You think you understand what you're looking at when you stare up at the night sky. You don't. And by the end of this video, you're going to realize that the universe isn't just bigger than you thought. It's built out of shapes your brain is physically banned from imagining. So here's what this video is actually about. Your brain has a ceiling, a hard limit, and space doesn't care about that ceiling. Most people assume the problem is just scale, that space is really, really big, and we need better telescopes. But the real problem runs deeper than that. The issue is that your mind was built for a savanna, for running from predators, finding food, reading faces, and the universe is something else entirely, something your brain was never designed to process. I've spent a long time going down this rabbit hole, and what I found genuinely kept me up at night. Let me show you why. Here's a good place to start. You think you can see the stars. You actually can't. Right now, when you look up at the night sky, your brain takes every star, every impossible distance, and flattens it all onto a fake dome about the size of a planetarium ceiling. That's all you've ever seen. A painted lid your skull invented so you wouldn't panic. The stars that look close together, some of them are separated by hundreds of light years. Your brain just squishes them into the same flat picture. Because dealing with actual depth at that scale would break the whole system. You've never looked at space. You've looked at the inside of your own head. But here's where it gets stranger. Even if your brain could handle the depth, the numbers themselves are a wall. Picture 1 billion stars. Go ahead. You didn't. You can't. Your brain only really counts to about 4. Everything past that is just a word wearing a number costume. And here's the thing that makes this concrete. 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years. Those two things feel identical in your mind, and you can't make them stop feeling that way. 31 years and 11 days. Same emotional weight. That's not you being bad at math. That's the ceiling of the machine you're running on. And the universe doesn't deal in millions or billions. It deals in numbers so large that mathematicians had to invent new notation just to write them down. Your brain hears those numbers and just nods and moves on, because it genuinely has no other option. So we've got a brain that flattens depth and can't process scale. But there's a third wall, and this one is the one that should actually keep you up tonight. Try to imagine a brand new color. Not blue, not red, not some mix of things you've already seen. A genuinely new color. You can't do it. And it probably bothers you a little, right? That locked door in your mind, that feeling of reaching for something and just hitting a wall, that same mechanism is exactly what stops physicists from picturing a black hole, or a fourth dimension, or the actual shape of space-time, bending around a massive object. The scientists can't see it either. They gave up trying to visualize it decades ago and started doing math in the dark instead. The equations work. The predictions come true. But nobody can picture it. You are staring at a universe built out of shapes your mind is physically banned from imagining. And the smartest people on Earth are in the exact same position. That's important. But there's another layer to this that most people never think about. And it has to do with time. Look up at the night sky on a clear night. None of what you're seeing is happening now. That star's light left before you were born. That one left before your species existed. Some of those stars are already dead. You're staring at corpses and finding them beautiful. The sky isn't a place. It's a graveyard, stitched together out of 1,000 different pasts that never once existed at the same time. And your brain shows it to you as one peaceful, coherent picture, because the truth that every point of light is a different moment in history, all collapsed into a single glance, would be genuinely unbearable to process in real time. And it's not just that the light is old. Time itself doesn't run the same everywhere, and you will never feel that. Stand on a neutron star and your watch falls behind the rest of the universe. Time bends, it stretches, it runs at different speeds in different places, and that's not a theory. It's measured, proven, accounted for in the GPS on your phone right now. But you've got no organ to feel it with. You're locked at one speed, and because you've only ever felt one speed, your brain is completely convinced it's the only speed that exists. The universe is a river running at 1,000 different rates, and you're something that can only feel one current. Now, even with all of that, the flattened depth, the broken numbers, the invisible colors, the layered time, there's still one more thing that I think is the strangest of all. Space is emptier than your mind will allow. If you shrink the sun down to the size of a basketball, the nearest star is another basketball sitting about 6,000 kilometers away. Nothing in between. Nothing at all. But watch what your brain does when you try to picture that. It sneaks stuff in. A little dust. A faint glow. Some scattered light at the edges. It cannot stand the void, so it furnishes it. Your mind physically refuses to imagine true emptiness. And the universe is almost entirely empty space. The one thing that makes up most of existence is the one thing you were never built to see. And then there's the question your brain demands an answer to. Where's the center? Every room has a middle. Every map has a "you are here." The universe doesn't. There is no center, no edge, no outside you can float to and look in from. Every single point in the cosmos is, in a valid sense, the middle. And they're all right at the same time. Your brain keeps trying to zoom out far enough to see the whole thing, and there is nowhere to zoom to. The universe refuses to give you the one thing your mind insists must exist. If you've made it this far, and you're feeling a little dizzy, that's exactly right. That slight vertigo, that slip in your chest as you try to hold all of this at once, that's not you failing to understand. That's you feeling the actual edge of your own mind scraping against something real. Most people look away right here. The fact that you didn't mean something. If this kind of thing genuinely fascinates you, and I think it does, or you wouldn't still be here, drop a comment with the thing that messed with your head the most. The empty space? The time thing? The colors you can't imagine? I read every single one, and honestly, the conversations in the comments on videos like this are some of the best on the internet. And if you want to keep going down this rabbit hole, there's a video right here that picks up almost exactly where this one leaves off. It's worth your time. Here's what actually changed from the beginning of this video to right now. You came in thinking the problem with understanding space was about size. It's not. The problem is structural. Your brain flattens depth, caps out on numbers around 4, can't generate shapes it's never encountered, runs on a single thread of time, refuses to picture emptiness, and demands a center that doesn't exist. These aren't personal failures. They're features of the machine. The universe isn't hiding from you. It's just built in a language your brain was never given the alphabet for. And somehow the fact that you can feel that gap, that you can sit with that vertigo instead of walking away from it, is one of the more remarkable things a human brain can do. Keep watching.